Good evening and welcome to Friday Night Mega Night here in Bondurant with the Raccoon River Conference matchup between the visiting Boone Toreadors and your Bondurant for our Bluejays. Patrick Meyer with Chad Carlson on the call. How you doing, Chad?
I'm doing great. Excited to be here. Friday night, we got one more day to break, and it's a good time for that.
I'm sure the teachers are super excited for break, too. I bet this week was a little chaotic.
Yep.
We're looking for a little chaos here in a good way tonight and in some basketball. So we'll start with the girls' game here between the Boone team coming in 1-5 overall, 0-3 in conference versus Blue Jays that are 2-4 overall, 1-2 in conference. You know, looking at your screen there, you got a couple of key players: Kaylee Hansen, Tiara Berger, and Tiara leading the way in several of the games right now. I think she's just under Kaylee, or at least was on the last stats I saw as points per game. But they're kind of neck and neck, and so really see the impact that they have on the game. Well, let's start with, what do you got for keys?
Well, you know, I think this is a game that you can't let get away. You know, we talked on Tuesday night about a ADM team. It was kind of a 50-50 matchup, close game all the way throughout, and just kind of let things slip away in the fourth quarter. This is one you gotta defend your home court. This is a Boone team that's young like this Blue Jay team. Maybe not as quality of stats in the stats line. That doesn't always factor into what the game might be like based on the opponents you've seen. But it's really a team in Boone that has three players that are going to do the majority of their scoring. Not as balanced as this Blue Jay team, and it's just one you got to get tonight.
We better run through starting lineups quick. First for the visiting Tigers, not Tigers, Toreadors. I didn't change that on my sheet. Good Lord. At guard, freshman number 2, Whitney Chestnut. At guard, junior number 10, Macy Chestnut. At guard, junior number 12, Brianna Morgan. At forward, junior number 22, Brooke Weisbrod. And at forward, sophomore number 33, Kyra Darby. For your Blue Jays, at guard, senior number 5, Morgan Muller. At guard, junior number 10, Tiara Bergeron. At forward, senior number 23, Addison Brown. At forward, sophomore number 33, Tenley Freed. And at forward, sophomore number 34, Kaylee Hansen. We will be stepping aside shortly for the national anthem, along with a lot of pep band music in our ears as well. So be ready for a lot of music tonight. But we'll step aside for the national anthem. There are literally people laughing throughout the gym during the national anthem, and it can't be helped because the speakers were just at full blast as that thing fired on. You know, somebody told me they really wish we had a new sound system in the gym. I'm not saying that person might be who cranked it to 11, but we definitely cranked it to 11.
Hey, what more do you need to know than that we're the land of the free and the home of the brave? I mean, that's really what it all comes down to with the anthem, and that's what we heard. Maybe we'll hear the full version, not the Reader's Digest condensed version before the boys' game.
It'll take a little bit for everybody to get their hearing back in there, but
stunning. Shocking is maybe not the word. Stunning would be what that blast furnace did to you there.
So going back to basketball and talking about maybe some keys to this game, go to the two players on the screen. I think one of them, my key, Kaylee Hansen needs to stay out of foul trouble. Like, she's got to stay in the game, and last game she got out early, and we need her to make sure, like, play good defense, but you can't commit any of those kind of lazy slap fouls. We need solid minutes out of her tonight.
Not just that, but really show her presence inside. You know, she does have a nice outside game. She's good at the basketball, good with the assists, and I think we're going to get a foul right away to start the game there, but not on Kaylee. But I want to see Kaylee work that paint area. And really, it looks like there's probably a little bit of a height advantage here for the Blue Jays in this game.
Whitney Chestnut fouled on her way to the hoop, freshman. 5'4", talking about the height advantage. So misses the first one. The Toreadors are led by Macy and Whitney Chestnut, junior and a freshman. Second one up is no good. And loose ball, gets her own back. Pull up three-pointer off the rim, no good. Rebound again by the Toreadors, this time by Macy Chestnut. Macy trying to go around the screen. Drive shot up and out of bounds.
Not tipped, so it's going to be Blue Jay ball. And they're going to show a little pressure here, the Toreadors.
Unfortunately, they're using different jersey numbers than what we had, so there wasn't a 4 on my roster. Loose ball into the hands of Morgan. Bergeron able to track down the loose ball, pushing it up cross court. Tara's going to go coast to coast layup, no good. Rebound, Morgan Moeller pulls it down between 8 people. I'm going to get a jump ball called.
And go to the Blue Jays. If there was a jump ball, I'm not sure which Boone player would have jumped there, because there were 4 Boone players with their hands on the basketball there.
Freed tried to feed Mueller. Mueller chased it down.
Boone in a 2-3 zone.
Bergeron now with the ball. Whitney Chestnut on her. Back over to Morgan Moeller. Bergeron passed up an open 3. Freed back to Moeller. Using a lot of the clock here. Freed for 3. No good. Kaylee Hansen rebound. And going to have it slapped away. Morgan with the ball over to Chestnut. Whitney Chestnut coming around the screen for Macy Chestnut. Macy Chestnut's going to miss everything on that one and go out of bounds.
Are we going to have Joey Chestnut at halftime with a hot dog eating contest? Maybe a Christmas cookie eating contest. That'd be good.
You can challenge. I mean, there's a soup dinner going on out there for after prom fundraiser if you want to do a bowls of soup
That's
eating
a good
competition.
idea, too.
I'm not sure if it has the same impact because that could get a little, tough to do, burn your throat, something like that. Macy Chestnut with the breakaway on the ball from behind. Definitely letting maybe a fair amount of things just kind of flow. A little sloppy right now. Finley McDowell checked into the game for Moeller, and now you're going to get a foul on that shot. Shot was no good, but we'll go to the line for 2. That foul is on Kaylee, her first. Weisbrod going to go to the line. And misses the first. Moeller going to check in. Bergeron to the bench. And then Morgan to the bench for the Toreadors, and Ava Johnson going to check in. And Weisbrod makes the second. Let's get the 0 off the board.
Here's that pressure look. Just taking some time off the shot clock, if anything else.
Finley McDowell over to Freed. Brown at the line. Tried to feed Hansen down low, just a little high.
I really like that idea of going high to low. It just had to happen quicker.
Well, and I think right now there's too many people in the paint for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was 3 or 4 defenders there with just the 2 Blue Jays. I feel like maybe at that point you want a different pass. Oh, that's going to be unluckily off Moeller. The shot went off the bottom of the backboard. So Boone will inbound underneath their own hoop. Good screen to get Chestnut open. Pull up three-pointer. Tried to bank it in. No good. Weisbrod gets the rebound. I feel like there's some hand checks both ways that maybe are getting a lot of hand and not a lot of ball, but they're not like they're calling that consistently.
Oh, don't reach, Kaylee.
Chestnut pull-up three-pointer off the rim, no good. And Moeller's going to box out the opponent, letting it go out of bounds.
Yeah, I'd rather see her just grab that thing and get it going up the court. But, yeah, just a lot of long shots from Boone right now, which those long rebounds are hard to corral. We're really going to have to work on getting those Toreadors boxed out.
Freed for three, no good. Moeller with the tip, McDowell with the rebound. Brown with it. Spins into the lane, into a triple team. Freed over to Moeller. Moeller pump fake, drives the other way. McDowell into Hansen. Hansen with the double team. Pull up two, no good on the roll. McDowell sneaks in for the rebound, brings it back out. Morgan Moeller with it, going around the screen from Freed. Brown on the other side. Moeller now in the paint. Boone immediately collapses down, but commits the foul on the way.
Yeah, I think one thing that can work against that 2-3 zone is some dribble penetration into the gaps. You bring two defenders to you, and somebody's going to be open out of that if we can find our way to do that.
Chestnut swats it ahead. I don't know. This could, I was going to say, you could have argued she swatted that off a Blue Jay.
Yep.
Bergeron going to check in. Libby Weston going to check in. Freed and Brown to the bench. Harper Houston checked in for the Toreadors. Chestnut gets the loose ball, bounces it out, and they're going to commit a foul on the kick out on Tierra, which is going to be her second. Not ideal. And I think Addison's going to immediately come back in for her. A weird pace for the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, just no rhythm to this game.
And Finley McDowell goes high for the rebound. Her third rebound already. Moeller pushes up court to Hansen. Hansen pump fake at the free throw line for two. No good. Moeller with the rebound. Moeller brings it back in. Over to Brown. Brown going baseline, gets cut off, and she is going to be fouled.
I think the word unorthodox comes to mind with this Boone team. They just they kind of hurry up offensively, and they kind of hurry up defensively. Mm-hmm. And if the Blue Jays can just get settled into this game, get some good looks, they could take control of it. But they're a long way from doing that just yet.
Moeller inbounds to Weston. Weston goes out to Brown. Brown for two off the backboard. No good. Ava Johnson with the rebound. Whitney Chestnut going to bring it up court to Johnson. Gets it back over to Whitney Chestnut now. Over to Macy Chestnut. Tried to feed it in down low. Going to pass it out of bounds. Going Blue Jay ball. Blue Jays still looking for their first points almost 5 minutes into this. Have had a few decent shots. It just hasn't fallen for them. But the mid-range ones haven't been bad shots. Moeller for three. Yeah. Good. That breaks it. And we're going to get a Blue Jay timeout. We will also get serenaded with the pep band. We'll see what we can do. But good time to thank our sponsor, Brickhouse Fitness, who's been sponsoring all of our basketball broadcasts this year. If you have a college kid home for break, good opportunity for you to get a discount deal. They have 2, 5, 6, and 8 week packages. I might be slightly off on that. I looked at it the other day, trying to make sure I got my kids signed up. So they got the right plan for you. And when your kid's home for college, there's plenty of hours in the day. They're open pretty early, probably before your kid wants to wake up, and close at 9 during the week. So plenty of hours for them to get in there. McDowell with the steal over to Moeller.
Blue Jays came out of timeout, a little pressure look. I like that adjustment from Coach Obley.
Cross court, McDowell now back up to Moeller at the top. Weston now Into McDowell. McDowell brings it back out. Are we just wearing out the Boone defense, letting them run back and forth a little bit?
Well, like I said, you just got there's some penetration that we needed, and I think there's going to be a travel first.
Yeah.
But good idea by Morgan. She just needs to get into the lane, maybe come to a jump stop, and then find somebody open underneath the basket there. Just a little bit out of control going in the lane, but I did like the idea of the dribble penetration.
Johnson and Houston to the bench for the Toreadors. Blue Jays in that pressure now. Weston got a hand on it, not able to maintain it.
This is a really probably the most athletic team the Blue Jays can put on the court. A lot of speed and quickness out there. I like the pressure look with this group out there.
Whitney Chestnut around the Macy Chestnut screen. Kick out pass to Darby, and she was out of bounds trying to save it. Freed going to check in for Brown. Boone setting up some pressure. To Hansen. Hansen now. Moeller out at top.
Yeah, I like. There she goes.
Gonna draw the foul that time, though.
Yep, good dribble penetration.
Foul on Macy Chestnut. That'll be her first. Boone third. Gonna get 2 new players in here for the Toreadors. You got number 1, which I'm missing, and number 40, Malia Shivers. Freed's shot is no good. Hansen tried to save it, already out of bounds. Blue Jays with the press again. McDowell tips it out. Pass to Weston. Weston with the steal to Freed. Freed out to Moeller. Moeller going baseline. Drops it off for Freed in the paint for 2. Nice pass.
Good look. Right back into the press.
Chestnut. Morgan back to Chestnut.
Blue Jays now in a 2-3 zone themselves.
Chestnut for 3. Going to be off. No good. Finley McDowell with another rebound.
There's numbers.
Freed out to Libby Weston for 3. And Weston right back into the press there. Chestnut gets it across. Cross court. Weisberg with it. Weston on her. Brings it back out to the top. Reverse back to Chestnut. Shot. Oh, passed it. Shivers. Gonna get a kick call.
Blue Jays playing with just looks like a 7-player rotation here to start the game, and I think that 2-3 zone might be in effect just to kind of keep him out of foul trouble.
Brown in for Hansen. Johnson and Whitney Chestnut back in for the Toreadors. And Brown attempted to save that one, but was on the line. Good hustle.
A couple of pesky defenders there, and Brown and Weston.
Cross-court pass out top. Weisbrot for 3. Going to be off the front of the rim. No good. Loose ball. Under 20 seconds. Addison gets it. Tries to throw it off the opponent, but she actually catches it. Weston going to have another deflection out of bounds. 3 or 4 of those for her already.
Several deflections, yep.
With 31 going to check in. And go with that being Ava Landis.
Boone just can't make a clean pass right now. They're just struggling to execute a pass. See if they work the whole clock or get their first best available chance.
Weisbrot out top. Macy Chestnut thought about a long one. And Libby Weston going to reach in and create the jump ball. Good move with 7 seconds.
I think Boone thinks there's 3 Libby Westons out there right now.
There might be. Got quite a few of them playing that pesky style, so got away with a little swat across the nose on that one.
Got lucky there.
That's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. We don't set any tips or steals or anything like that.
No.
But I'll give you my surprise stat for the first half is Finley McDowell with 5 rebounds already. You probably didn't have that one on your sheet.
Yeah, and the Blue Jays, I don't think they connected on their first field goal until about the 3.5 minute mark.
I think it was after 3.
Yeah. So a couple of 3-pointers out of Morgan Muller and Libby Weston, and a nice bucket inside the lane from Tinley Freed. And Boone has 1 free throw to show in 4 attempts, and just a handful of field goal attempts that turned into long rebounds.
They've attempted mostly 3-pointers, and they're actually shooting 18.6% from 3 on the season. So I don't know if if they feel like the 3-point is their move, and they just aren't getting the percentages yet, or if it's like the Grinnell College offense of old, that you're just trying to fire up threes knowing that the math works out.
Well, I think they probably see a lot of zones. Would also be my guess. A lot of pressure back into zones, and that's probably the best opportunities they get. And they're just not a real. They don't have a real post presence on their team. They do bring Johnson off the bench, but aside from her, there just isn't anyone that creates a real size advantage in the lane.
Weston with the ball, cross court, Freed into Brown. Brown dumps it off to Hanson. Hanson with the left hand finish, no good. Nice ball movement, just not quite able to finish it. Whitney Chestnut with the ball to Darby. Morgan, 3-pointer, no good. Weston with the rebound. Bergeron back in. Hustling up court. She's got the 2 fouls. Gets her way back into the game, though. And they're going to get a foul on Macy Chestnut. A little late on the whistle, but the pass didn't come out clean. Harper Houston coming in.
Boone stays in that 2-3 zone. Let's see if the Blue Jays can crack the code on that a little bit here.
Muller 3-pointer off the front of the rim. Tipped out. Muller gets it back. Brown turnaround 2. No good. Loose ball. Weisbrod with it, and they're going to get is that going to be a foul on Tierra?
It is.
Oh,
that's her
goodness.
Third.
A little bad luck for her.
Yeah, she looks frustrated. It's kind of, maybe one of the earlier 2 fouls she could have avoided. That one was kind of just bad place at a bad time.
Yeah. Hanson tips that one away. Muller gets it. Addison Brown now drive, right hand up and good. Blue Jays come back right away with that pressure. Weston with the steal, passes quickly to McDowell, ahead to Muller. Muller going cross court to Brown. Brown, layup, left hand, no good, loose ball. Weisbrod with it. Houston now coming across court over to Chestnut. Chestnut for a long 3, no good. Addison Brown clears the rebound.
She's getting bodied up like crazy out there.
My frustration with there is that Bergeron just got called for one that wasn't any different than what just happened.
Yeah, and then Addison got called for a carry,
which was accurate.
Which was right, but maybe you let that go if you're going to let the other stuff go.
And Hanson comes away with the steal. 2 players go down. She's able to get it back. Brown back to Hanson. Now Muller out top. Hanson in the paint, left hand turnaround, and one.
And right there, what you saw was Kaylee Hanson really post up strong, call for the basketball, turn and make a solid move, get herself fouled, chance for a three-point play when we come out of the timeout.
Yeah, she really is solid around the paint, and that's why you got to keep her out of foul trouble so that she can do that. Really, the contact doesn't bother her much, and so when you're in the paint, I think you're going to get the replay right here. You see, like that turnaround, she had zero concern about the defender.
Yeah, and I think, we look at Kaylee out there and we forget that she's a sophomore, and post players always seem to come along a little more slowly than perimeter players as far as young players go. So the fact that, she's making great progress, she's obviously putting some time in, and she's just going to need to learn, more patience, slowing herself down a little bit, especially when she gets in the lane, be solid and strong with the basketball, make a good move, and she's going to turn a lot of those looks into 2 points.
Blue Jays coming out of the timeout here. Hansen going to get her free throw attempt. Shooting just one, coming off the and one. Up, no good. Rebound, Houston.
I think Hassan's saying, wait a minute.
Yeah.
She didn't say. She's thinking that. She didn't say it. She's.
We said it.
Yeah, we did.
They can't hear us. It's fine.
These are tough games to call, too. They are tough games to call.
Hansen makes the steal on the pass up court. Moeller now. Over to McDowell. Weston in the corner. Was trying to feed Hansen, but didn't feel like she quite had the angle. McDowell loses it, able to get it back. Weston now with it. And they're going to get Darby with the foul.
Watching Coach Shobley over there, she's just like, oh, my gosh, we finally got one. It is. It's just a frenetic pace that Boone makes you play with in that half-court defense.
McDowell with the ball, over to Weston. Moeller now to Brown at the top, now down to Hansen. There's that pass you wanted.
Love the high-low, and it was quick, it was decisive, and it happened right away.
Moeller able to knock that one, but it goes off of her out of bounds. Oh, here's that entry pass there on the replay. That nice shot. Good job out of the Blue Jay Digital crew. Pass ahead. Johnson not able to control it. Hansen gets it. Like 3 steals in about a minute and a half of play for Hansen. Weston for 3. Off the rim, no good. Whitney Chestnut with the rebound. Going coast to coast, throws it up and gets the bucket. She was on a mission.
Boone gets their first field goal a little over 11 minutes into the game.
Macy Chestnut going to get called for that one. That's her 3rd foul. You can get Avery Howie in for her. And Malia Shivers in. Ava Johnson also going to the bench. Weston for 3. Off the rim, no good. Oh, and we're going to have a jump ball. Brown goes down along with Chestnut.
Addison Brown checks on Chestnut to make sure she's okay. Showing some good sportsmanship there. Blue Jays going to stay in that zone.
Freed in, Hansen out. Howie with the ball. McDowell gets a hand on it, knocks it away. Houston into Shivers. Back out to Houston, back into Shivers. Cross court, 3-pointer is off the rim, no good. And loose ball, Freed ends up with it. Moeller at the free throw line, going to be off the rim, no good. Howery with the rebound. Howie to Houston. Now into Shivers. Freed gets a hand on it. Jump ball. Good hands from Freed there. Hanson going to check in for Brown. Macy Chestnut coming back in with 3 fouls. McDowell with the ball. Avoids the steal from behind. Freed now into Hanson. Quick shot up and good. A little more depth on that high-low pass than the previous one, but good job again from Hanson getting the ball up quick.
Yep. And good job finding her. I mean, that's, teammates recognizing, hey, that's a real advantage that we have there. That came from her other postmate there, Finley Freed.
Houston getting in Chestnut. Moeller knocks it out of bounds. Darby checking in, and Whitney Chestnut to the bench. Hanson with the deflection. Moeller steps through to pick up the ball. Moeller going coast to coast. McDowell long two. Good.
Nice pull-up pop. Love to see that off the break.
And that ball is going to go out of bounds off the Blue Jay bench. Finley McDowell with a nice mid-range replay there. Quick decision, like seeing that. Freed into McDowell at the free throw line. Back out to Moeller. Moeller for 3. No good. Hanson up with the rebound. Shivers tries to save it and is able to. Don't.
Yep, get back.
Darby for 3. Off the rim. No good. Weston with a good box out. Gets triple teamed. And they're going to get a foul on, I think they're calling, 22, I believe is what they're, yeah. No. Just 2? She's not out there. Oh, he's saying they're shooting because that's the 5th foul. Gotcha. So the foul was on 22, Weisbrod, I believe.
Actually, he called it. I think we got a little mechanical issue here with our officials because I don't think 2 was on the floor when he called
I think
the
he
foul.
was trying to say they're going for 2, like they're shooting. He never really said who it was on.
Right. Yeah.
But I think
and not this is a younger, more inexperienced official. I mean, just you can tell, through the mechanics he's using. But I'm not sure they know who the foul call's on right now.
I do believe he intended for it to be on Weisbrod, but I don't think they've. I think our bench is our scorer's table is asking who it's on, maybe, or he's saying it's the 5th foul. Oh, a lot of interpretations going on up here. Libby Weston going to go to the line for 2.
That's all that matters.
I do think that would be the 3rd foul on Brooke Weisbrod. It would be a 2nd player with 3 fouls for them. Weston going to be a little long on that first one. Maybe she can step back to the 3-point line to shoot this one.
Good looking shot there.
She'll do it the old way.
Keep saying that. You just keep saying that stuff.
She's just trying to show off the long range.
Yeah.
Number 2 is on the court now, Whitney Chestnut. Shivers for 3, no good, and going to be out of bounds off Macy Chestnut. Blue Jay ball with 2:18. McDowell gets it across, back to Moeller.
Nice to have 2 point guards on the floor together to beat that pressure look. Did it pretty easily.
Freed, pull up 3, off the rim, no good. Hanson with the rebound, attacks right away, up, no good. And
Kaylee just got hit right across the
face,
too.
Instead, Libby Weston's going to get called for a foul on the rebound, her first. Yeah, it was quite a bit of contact on that. Number 14, Ava Hayes in for the Toreadors, along with Ava Johnson. Hanson gets the steal. Kick out Brown. Back to Hanson. Hanson going to get called for the travel there. Got caught in between kind of do I want to try and post this up or kick it out? And so 1:30 left in the first half. Blue Jays are in the bonus for this quarter.
I think it's fair to say there's not been a ton of rhythm to this first half.
I believe that's fair. Hayes pass out of bounds. Expected Weisberg to come around the screen and wasn't able to get around the screen as fast as she expected.
Now they're going to not extend their pressure quite as far. Berggren's going to come in with her third foul, with the 3 fouls. We'll see if she can.
They're going to get Hayes on that foul. That'll be her first. And Addison will go to the line for 2. Shot up, no good. You're going to have Avery Howie back into the game. Hayes to the bench. Brown, second one, in and out.
In and out, boy.
Ava Johnson rebound. And Hanson just reaches in to tie that one up. Chestnut almost tried to dribble through Kaylee's legs.
Kaylee has a handful of steals tonight too. If you're keeping track at home, we are not, but she's got to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 to 6 steals, I would say.
Addison Brown with the steal.
Boone's really extending that zone, so the high post really should be open.
Berggren is actually playing as the other post player. Addison Brown, layup, no good, loose ball, staying with the Jays.
That's going to reset that shot clock. I don't know if Coach Obley will want to play for one or just play for the best first shot, probably the case here.
Berggren inbound to Brown under the hoop for 2. I guess if you're going to run an inbound play and have the player wide open underneath, you go ahead and shoot
Nicely executed.
3-pointer up and no good. Brown with another rebound. Ahead to Hanson.
Now they're going to play for one.
Weston with the ball. 9 seconds now. Morgan getting ready to drive. To Berggren in the corner. It's actually blocked by Weisbrod. Out of bounds. Staying with the Jays with .3. So if you're ready for that tip dunk here.
Yep.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half. Blue Jays leading 21-3. We will step aside for halftime and be back for the second half. Go Jays! All right, welcome back to the second half here on a Friday night mega night. Blue Jays lead the first half 21-3 against the Toreadors. And chaotic, I guess. I did talk about it being chaotic,
yes.
And I think that probably is a good definition of what we got in that first half. We'll see how the second half fires out here with Blue Jays starting with the ball.
Boone staying in that 2-3 zone and bringing their top two players in that zone out high to kind of attack the ball handler. If you can get past that first line of defense, you've got numbers.
Hansen tried going cross court on the double team, and they're going to call that a Boone ball. That was a kind of a tough ricochet between the feet.
Oh, that almost certainly was not Boone ball.
Whitney Chestnut. Macy Chestnut. Oh, backwards. Whitney Chestnut with the ball now. Blocked by Brown. And then comes away with it, looking for a fast break. Slows it down, left hand up and good for Addison Brown.
Nice job to kind of gather herself, slow that down a little bit. Patience of a senior right there. 6 points for her on the night now. Tied with Hansen for team lead.
Whitney Chestnut to Macy Chestnut now. Corner. Cross court, knocked away by Addison Brown. She's going to try to get to it before it goes out of bounds, and does. Tried to feed Bergeron on the other side, not able to get it across. It's going to stay with the Blue Jays, though. Nice replay of that last fast break from Addison that she converted. Going to get a quick timeout here. Did go over and get some new numbers from the Toreadors book for a few of these, so we'll try to do a little bit better on that. Apparently the black uniforms just came in. They got held up in shipping. Something about tariffs or China or something like that. And so they got here, though, but not quite familiar to everybody yet. So
I didn't think we'd be talking about tariffs on the broadcast tonight.
I mean, life's life, right? Yeah. Whatever. But that's, so we'll try to do a little bit better with those numbers. Shout out Avery Howie. I'd mentioned her a few times in the first half, thinking that she was one of the players out there. Unfortunately, she tore her knee ligament and is out. So hopefully a speedy recovery for her. We definitely have seen a few athletes over the last few years that had to work through some of those injuries as well. Never fun. Come back stronger. Hope for the best.
That's right. That's a tough thing for anybody to go through, but for a young person to have to go through that, the mental part of it's just as tough as the physical, and wish anybody that has to go through that the very best.
Freed in the corner for three. Off the rim. No good. Great box out by Darby.
Good play call out of the timeout. Really good shot for Freed. She's one of your best shooters. You want her to shoot that. Just can't get it to go down. Bergeron
gets the rebound. Is in the middle of a triple team. And they're going to call a jump ball as she spins out. Bergeron kind of in the middle of a frustrating game. Had 3 fouls that in very little time in the first half. And just needs to try to build anything out of this and what she has remaining. Shot up and good from number 12, Brianna Morgan. Her first bucket of the game. Bergeron with the ball to Brown. Brown cross court, Freed, 2-point, no good. Hansen rebound, trying to clear away from a couple defenders, and I believe they're calling a foul somewhere on there.
I think it's on Macy Chestnut. Nope, they're going to call Weisbrod for that. That's her 4th. It's going to get her out of the game.
It was going to be Macy Chestnut's 4th if they called it on her. So Harper Houston checks in along with Malaya Shivers. Inbound to Hansen. Out to Bergeron. Bergeron had her defender up on the pump fake, but couldn't quite get around her. Going to end up with a jump ball. Freed into Hansen. Shot up, no good. Out of bounds, staying with the Blue Jays.
Another nice move in the post there by Kaylee. Just couldn't get that one to go.
Bergeron to inbound. Tierra to Hansen in the paint. Left hand up. No good. And then they're going to call a foul.
Really like wanting to get their post player involved. Kaylee Hansen getting some nice touches here in the paint early in the second half. Makes that first free throw. Blue Jays were just 1 of 5 in the first half from the line, so looking to improve on those marks.
Ooh. Rebound just a little bit too long for Brown. Whitney Chestnut and Brown both go after it. It's going to stay Boone ball. Reminder, after the game, we will have our 2 post-game awards. We will have a Brickhouse Fitness Protect This House Player of the Game, as well as a Vision Bank Player of the Game. So stick around for those. Chestnut for 3 is good for Macy Chestnut. Bergeron now with the ball. Gets stolen from behind by Whitney Chestnut. Spins into the lane. Left hand up and good from Whitney Chestnut. Quick 7-point half to start here for the Toreadors. Brown with the ball. Going to drive up high off the backboard is good. Macy Chestnut brings it across court around a big screen from Johnson and tried to feed her, but Moeller had a beat on that pass. Now ahead to Hansen. Hansen backdoor to Bergeron. Bergeron turnaround up and 2.
See if that gets Bergeron going a little bit there. Nice find for the layup underneath. Her first bucket.
Loose ball going to be a Blue Jay ball as Chestnut not able to maintain the dribble. We're going to have several changes here while we watch this replay on the pass across to Bergeron. Hansen and Bergeron to the bench. Weston and McDowell in for the Blue Jays. And we also had number 1, Ava Landis, in. Number 31 is Peyton Stolte in. And I'm not sure who the other one that checked in is, but we'll get you there. Like I said, we finally got some better numbers for their team. So Brown cross court. Weston not able to catch that one cleanly. Otherwise, she was letting it fire. Weston brings it back out top. Some spacing, little issue there.
Kind of have the ball stuck on the right side of the court there.
Brown to Moeller, Weston, and that goes off Stolte, off the official out of bounds.
Just 5 on the shot clock, though.
Moeller, I think, sees it now, gets the shot up. Morgan Moeller, no good, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. We have not had a lot of those. Houston inbounds to Landis. Back to Houston. Weston on her, 20 on 20. Weston with some good defense there. Houston able to give it to Morgan. Coming around the screen for Shivers. To Stolte. Back to Morgan. 10 on the shot clock now, and that pass is going to go out of bounds. Turnover to the Blue Jays.
You're going to see a full line change here for Boone. Blue Jays were in man-to-man defense there. I think we're going to see Boone go back to that pressure look here.
So 2 Chestnuts, Darby, Johnson, and Weisword in for the Toreadors. And just Kaylee Hansen checking in this time for the Blue Jays. Freed to the bench. Hansen to Brown. Brown ahead to Weston. Weston for a long 2. No good. Kaylee Hansen rebound and tie-up jump ball with Chestnut.
Ball goes back to Boone on the possession. Moving screen, I think, is what's going to be the call.
I called that on Addison.
I think maybe called it on Addison pushing the Toreador into the screen, maybe. Which is entirely possible that happened.
Addison will challenge for the position.
She's not afraid of a little contact out there.
Macy Chestnut with a little scoop throw. No good. Gets her own rebound. Back up with it. No, and they're going to call foul on that one. And I think that foul might have been unavoidable.
A little bit of a bailout.
We talked about keeping Kaylee out of foul trouble. I do not put that one on Kaylee. I don't know whether she had a lot of options to avoid that contact.
And just her second foul.
It is still on her, but I just...
Yep.
I don't actually have the ability to not charge people with fouls. Shivers and Johnson to the bench for the Toreadors. Morgan Muller going to get a breather for the Blue Jays. Chestnut shot up is good. Hanson finds Brown underneath the hoop. Shot up, no good.
I think Addison was just a little too far under the basket there to catch and get a clean look off the backboard.
One of the Boone defenders came flying in. It's hard to tell if there was any contact to make any of that happen or if it was just the Weston for three, no good. And Shivers and Brown out of bounds.
She hit her head.
She did. Yeah, just coming through fighting for that rebound. Regardless, that hurts. Even if it's just that, it hurts. So, I'll take this short break as an opportunity to thank our sponsor, Brickhouse Fitness, right here in Bondurant on Payne Street. If you are looking for a gym, whether you're starting a New Year's resolution or just want to do some powerlifting, great place to go. They got treadmills and all of that stuff too. Morning classes, afternoon classes if you want some accountability partners and fitness stuff like that. If you have a college kid home, they've got some deals on that as well. Deadlift bar, squat rack, bench, all the fun things you can think of. And enough weights that you won't have to worry about if you're deadlifting, 600, 700, 800 pounds.
I need a lot of weight, though.
Yeah.
I do. Not so much anymore.
Well,
not so much ever, really.
I mean, I carry a lot of weight. Does that count?
Well,
I got over there for my deadlift already today.
Yeah, good to see Addison get up, walk on her own power there. Doesn't need any help. They'll check her out, make sure she's okay, and no rush to get her back into this game. Would love to see her back on the floor, but want to see her healthy and feeling good going into break two.
This is our last games of the 2025 calendar year. Referee having a discussion with the other player that was part of the jump ball. That seemed not sure. Weston with the ball. High to Freed. McDowell. McDowell back to Freed. And they're going to get Darby on that foul. Blue Jays with 3 sophomores and 2 juniors on the court right now. Freed with McDowell. Back over to Weston. Hanson trying to find a spot in the paint, but Chestnut steps in front of the pass. Go coast to coast. No good on the shot. Freed with the rebound. Freed to Bergeron. Tira drive. Freed with the three-pointer.
She needed a kick pass to get her going, I think. That's exactly what happened there.
Soccer's fun too.
The old kick pass.
Chestnut tried to answer, not able to that time. Bergeron gets the rebound. Needs a partner there. Finley McDowell with it. Ahead to Weston. Back to McDowell, across to Freed. Freed finds Bergeron, cutting to the hoop, shot up and no good. Hanson able to get the rebound, put back no good. Gets another rebound. Out to Weston in the corner. Libby Weston for three. No good. Berggren with the follow and put back.
Good smart play by Berggren to get to the other side on the offensive glass. Easiest 2 points she'll get.
Houston Chestnut over to Darby. Back to Chestnut. Darby. To Macy Chestnut. Coming around that screen from Darby. 10 seconds on the clock now.
Ooh, might have been a double dribble there.
Darby comes around the screen. Boy. Step through. Shot up. No good. Not sure that necessarily should have reshot the clock. Or reset the shot clock, but maybe it hit the rim. Weston.
She thought about that, didn't she?
She did. Under a minute now in the third quarter. Berggren drive, gets cut off, kicks out Freed. Henley Freed for three.
Pass from Berggren there to her open teammate.
Can hear her brother shouting over from the stands. He's back in town to watch his little sister.
He made a few of those in this gym.
He's still making a few of those, just not in this gym. Darby drive, shot up, no good. Rebound, Hanson. 3 seconds on the clock to Freed. Freed for three. Oh, would have been a great closeout though.
From these local businesses. At the MVP level, A&N Electric and Controls Incorporation, Parks Custom Homes, Plaza RV, Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry, and Bondurant Men's Club. At the champion level, Densmore Insurance. All-star business sponsors are RNS Painting, Photos by Ben, Bondurant Lions Club, Planet Fitness, and the Bondurant Animal Clinic. And finally, partners of the Booster Club include Twist Soda Shop, Kona Ice, Style by Desiree Salon and Boutique, Garrett Burkett, Agent, American Family Insurance. Thank you for your support of Blue Jay Athletics.
All right, as we get ready to start the fourth quarter here, Blue Jays leading 36-12. Pretty close that quarter. Blue Jays with 15, Doors with 9, but Blue Jays with a pretty decent lead here right now. What are you looking for in the fourth quarter?
Well, I think you get late into these games, and we're not going to have a running clock or anything like that, but you just want to see your team continue to play unselfishly, people not hunting their own shots, looking for their open teammates, not getting sloppy on the defensive end, just kind of continue to play all the way through and say that you played a real clean 32 minutes of basketball.
Good to see Addison Brown back out on the court.
For sure.
Smiling.
Yes.
I'm not sure if someone's telling her jokes or if she's still seeing stars, but probably not still seeing stars.
No.
We're going to get Ava Johnson on the illegal screen there. Just her first foul. Freed inbounds to Moeller. Ahead to Berggren. Brings it across court. Hanson back out. Cross court. Freed to Brown. And they're going to get the foul there. I think it's going to be on Johnson. We'll see, though. A couple players down there. Nope. You're going to call that one on Peyton Stolte. Her first. Freed to Hanson. Ooh, just didn't quite catch that. Took your eyes off a little bit. Pass ahead. Going to be high and out of bounds on Hayes. Like the pass was to Hayes. She would have had to have
a serious vertical.
One solid vertical, yeah,
She'd
of
be
about 43 inches.
She'd be a dunker.
Tierra with the ball to Freed. Moeller. Berggren at the baseline. Hayes does a good job collapsing down, but Berggren able to maintain control. Shot up, no good. Stolte with the rebound. Blue Jays going to get it on the turnover. It'll be interesting to see if we have the same uniform issues for the boys' game. Hopefully we can get some numbers before the game starts.
Maybe the tariffs didn't impact the boys' uniforms.
Yeah. Freed for 3. There's another.
She's hot.
3 threes in the half for Tenley to put her at 11 points.
Smoke coming off that right hand.
Entry pass to Shivers. Back out to Stolte. Stolte, three-pointer up. No good. Whitney Chestnut rebound. Reverse layup is good.
Nifty little reverse there for the freshman.
You're going to get a foul on that one. Number 10, Macy Chestnut, her 4th. Get the nice replay from the latest of Tenley Freed's three-pointers.
She's open in the corner.
Here we go again. A little long that time. Loose ball out of bounds. 3 out of 4 is not bad.
I think we're going to get a change of call here.
They're still discussing. All right. Finally, he just said, "I'm going to make the call."
He says, "I can let you be the hero." Oh, okay.
Bergeron to inbound. Oop. Chestnut steps in front of that one. Macy Chestnut drives. Able to get the layup.
Tough shot.
The Chestnuts are roasting in the second half.
They are. That's a very holiday-themed expression there.
That's what I'm here for.
There's no open fire here, though.
I don't know. Tenley Freed might have beg to differ.
That's yeah.
Toreador ball. Macy Chestnut coming around the Whitney Chestnut screen. Back to Whitney Chestnut now. Long three-pointer from Whitney Chestnut. No good. Loose. Addison Brown goes right through the contact to get that one. Moeller going to hustle across. Gets it to Brown. Brown drive through the lane. Shot up and no good. Darby rebound. Whitney Chestnut. She's getting back up. That did not look comfy. Shot up, no good. Darby rebound, and we're going to get a foul that time, I believe, on Freed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the same, kind of roll up on the back of the leg that you did.
She's a slight, diminutive young lady. There's a lot of fouling going on out there right now. Both teams in screens, on shots, on the ball handler, and
that one's going to be called on Morgan Moeller. Just her first.
Yeah, and as much as I hate to have the officials just take over the game at this point, they need to avoid somebody getting hurt out there. Yeah.
Macy Chestnut's good with the first free throw. Finley McDowell going to check in for Tiara Bergeron. Second one up and good as well. That gives Macy Chestnut 9 all in the second half.
Right near her average. She needs one bucket to get there.
Moeller with the ball over to Freed. Back to Moeller now. McDowell. McDowell lines up a three-pointer off the rim. No good, but Brown's going to be there for the rebound. Put back left hand is good. Addison Brown with the bucket.
Gets her in double figures with 10.
And that foul is probably on Hansen. on a shooting foul. Kaylee's third. I have less of an issue with that foul in the third quarter. She was going up swinging maybe a little much, but at this point in the game, I'm a little less concerned about it. Weisbrod will have her second free throw coming. Stolte into the game for the Toreadors. Brianna Morgan also in the game. Second free throw from Weisbrod is off the front of the rim, and Weston gets the rebound, and we're going to get a jump ball out of it. Got a number 5. That one I didn't get. All right. I thought I had everybody. Must have missed one. Hanson up with the bucket.
Good strength there. Determined she was going to get to the bucket. She's got 9.
It's a tough job just to get that shot up there for Chestnut. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul is on Moeller. Her second foul. That is 4 on the Jays, so the Doors will be to the line for the rest of the way. Berggren in, Moeller to the bench. Second free throw coming for Macy Chestnut. In and out for her. Kaylee Hanson with another rebound.
Boone just contests every rebound, try to tie you up.
Hanson with a good step through on that one. Tries to find Brown underneath. Brown able to save it back, but ends up with the turnover here. Macy Chestnut looking to go coast to coast. McDowell in front of her, and they're going to get Finley on the foul. Chestnut to the line for 2.
This will be her 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the half.
Makes the first, putting her into double digits. We get a few substitutions here for the Doors. Houston, Shivers, and Darby into the game. Second one up is good as well. Macy Chestnut now right at her average on the season with 11 points a game.
Going to get a breather. She's been zipping up and down the court, going for the basket on a regular basis here in the fourth quarter, getting herself to the line.
Whitney Chestnut checks in for her. Hanson drops it off to Moeller, to Brown in the corner. Brown double team trapped and ends up with a bad pass on that one. Kaylee Hanson, good job hustling in to tie that one up. And we're going to get a Blue Jay timeout as Kaylee was curled up protecting the ball like an egg on the floor.
We got a couple of decisions to make here.
Yeah, definitely. As of now, we're at double-digit points for Freed and Addison Brown. Kaylee Hanson sitting just outside of it with 9. Kaylee Hanson, I believe, has 7 rebounds. Finley McDowell had the 5 in the first quarter, and then Kaylee's been taking them all since then. Berggren, 4 points and 3 rebounds in limited minutes with the early foul trouble. A well-rounded effort from the Jays. 7 players with scoring, and I believe 7 players on the court. So everybody's contributed. Ooh. Tough pass. I think McDowell had the angle, just the timing wasn't quite right between them. Good job working around the screen from Moeller, coming back the other way. Macy Chestnut drive, set, blocked by Libby Weston, and gets the ball on the rebound. Freed gets it ahead to Moeller. Moeller to McDowell. McDowell over to Freed. Into Hanson now in isolation. And gets triple teamed and is holding her face now because she might have gotten a hand into there. Shivers, Chestnut, Houston to the bench. Johnson, Weisbrod into the game along with number 5.
Oh, and that's going to be 5 fouls on Macy Chestnut.
So her night will be over with 11 points. Hanson will go to the line for 2.
And that's
free throws the rest of the way for everybody.
Wasn't a shooting foul, so
you wouldn't think so.
Yeah, they're gonna go underneath now.
They will be at the line the rest of the way,
yep,
as that's the 4th foul.
Both teams will on every foul going forward.
Shot up, no good. Rebound of 5 ahead to Whitney Chestnut. Whitney Chestnut still in the game. Long three-pointer, tried the bank shot, no good. Tip, loose ball. Finley McDowell gets the rebound. To Moeller. That's going to be off Chestnut, staying with the Jays. Going to go out on a limb and say number 5 is Morgan Chestnut, based off the only one I don't have a different number for that hasn't already been corrected. So there's Chestnuts everywhere. Moeller with the ball to Freed. To McDowell at the free throw line. Back out to Freed. Moeller now out top, nearing the 2-minute mark left in the game. Hanson, Moeller. 7 seconds on the shot clock now. Libby Weston lines up at 3. No good. Moeller with the tip out. Freed gets the rebound. Back to Freed. Freed this time for 3. No good. Hanson collects that. Goes right back up with a great rebound there from Kaylee Hanson.
Good hands, good strong mitts there.
Stolte for 3. Banks it in. That's a Peyton Stolte 3. She's making a play for that Vision Bank player of the game, but that's going to go to a Blue Jay. We have not ever given one of our awards to the other team, and we won't. Blue Jays running down the clock again. Freed to McDowell. McDowell back out to Weston. Weston to Moeller. Moeller drives, gets stripped on her way in. Good sportsmanship from Johnson there, trying to, prevent Moeller from hitting her head on the ground and then helping her up. And the Toreadors tried to sub in, but because this is a shooting foul now, well, not a shooting foul, but she'll go to the line for 2 because of 5 fouls, so they have to wait to sub in.
Mechanically, you do that to keep the game sped up, but that slowed the game down.
There hasn't been a lot that's sped this game up tonight.
No.
Moeller makes her first. Houston, Hayes, Shivers, and Morgan into the game for the Doors, along with Stolte.
Morgan Moeller shooting for her 5th point here on this free throw. She's really played a nice under control game, has taken care of the ball, has really stayed away from the turnovers, hasn't scored a lot like she did in the last game, especially in that paint area, but boy, she's really done a nice job leading her team from the point guard position tonight. And defending well also.
Moeller across to Freed. Dowell back to Moeller. Freed now with it. They're going to get a foul on Hayes on that one, which will send Morgan back to the line for 2. We are shot clock off now. Reminder, we will have a boys game approximately 12-ish minutes after the girls game ends. Morgan hits that one. Moeller, shot number 2, up and good.
4 for 4 from the line here for Morgan. 5 for 6 for the team in the second half. That's a good stat for Coach Obley to point out, a real positive thing.
Houston lines up at 3, tries to bank it in and does. They liking the bank shots. Boone still with the press. And they're going to create a turnover with it. I think with the young team, I get why you're still running the press. You know, you're down 23 with no time left, but and you're using it as game rep.
Yeah, they're going to take plenty of lumps this year, but that's maybe a place where you call off the dogs, and the Blue Jays would have just dribbled out the clock.
Shiver shot up, no good, gets her own rebound, and that's going to bring us to the end of the ball game. Blue Jays are victorious 49-26. Pep band in the house letting you know the fight song's going. So Blue Jays end up with 3 players in double digits. As we look for our 2 awards, let's talk some stats real quick, and we'll say leading scorer along the way, Kaylee Hansen with 11 and 8 rebounds. Tinley Freed with 11 points and 3 rebounds. Addison Brown with 10 points and 4 rebounds. Morgan Moeller ended up with 7 off those last 4 free throws, along with 4 rebounds. 4 points for Libby Weston with 3 rebounds. 4 points for Tiara Berger with 3 rebounds. And 2 points for Finley McDowell with 6 rebounds. So as we talk defense, protect this house, you know, you definitely had a block from Weston there at the end. You had some defense all along the way. You know, you call it out every single time. You could give Addison this type of award every day. Where are you leaning on this one?
Well, you know, I think in that first half, the defensive pressure is kind of what got the Blue Jays to separate themselves a little bit. They got into that 3/4 court pressure, a lot of pass deflections, a lot of steals. It just seemed like Libby Weston was in the middle of all those, and in addition, she could become that 3-and-D player, that 3-point shooter, and that reliable defensive player. And her defense stood out for me tonight. She's my nominee for the Brickhouse Fitness Protect This House Award.
All right, so Libby Weston, Brickhouse Fitness Protect This House. And then I think you got a few different directions you could go. Like I said, we had 3 players in double digits here. Vision Bank Player of the Game. I feel like there's a few ways I want to go, but
you could go 3 different ways.
Yeah,
right?
you really could. I feel like, though, we talked about Kaylee needing to be in control and stay in the game, and that was what we saw tonight. She didn't try to do things she shouldn't. We don't really track the steals. She had 3 or 4 of those by just being aggressive on the back end of that press.
She sure did.
But playing under control, staying in the game. I'm sure this is the most minutes she's played in a night because at no point was she in foul trouble.
Right.
And so that gets her to 11 points. That gets her to 8 rebounds and steals and assists. So I'm going to say Kaylee Hansen is your Vision Bank Player of the Game.
Yeah, and hard to overlook Tinley Freed, her 3 3-pointers in the second half. She really created more distance, but Kaylee just really showed that patience of a veteran post player tonight. We need to see more of that from her in the second part of this season, but great selection there, Patrick.
Yeah, and 3 players in double digits is always going to be a positive, and so we'll look for more of that. But for Vision Bank today, that game, it's a Vision Bank See What We Can Do For You. That's a Blue Jay victory, and we'll be back for a boys game in 13 and a half minutes. Go Jays! All right, welcome back to boys varsity action for the Mega Night here with the visiting Boone Toreadors and your Bondurant Ferrara Bluejays. We just finished up the girls' game. Bluejays came away victorious in that one, and now they'll look for a sweep tonight as we hit game 2 of the doubleheader. The excitement's in the air. We got Little Kid Basketball Club going on, the Blue Jay Basketball Club, I should say, and you see a couple of players there on your screen right now that grew up coming through Blue Jay Basketball Club, and those are the type of kids these guys get to want to be as they grow up. And so Drake Falscraft, Jasper Wilson, 2 impact players, Jasper senior and starter, and Drake is a junior leading scorer, leading rebounder for sure.
Yeah, and Drake's in the heart of a big matchup tonight against Boone's Landon Myers, their leading scorer, post player, 6'8". Good matchup there. Couple of teams both looking for their first conference win tonight. Blue Jays looking for their first win overall, and I think if you're looking for a key to the game, it's keeping Drake Falscraft out of foul trouble on the court, because I think he could have a real big night if he can do so.
Yeah, as we look for the starting lineups here for the Toreadors, projected starting lineups, I should say. They hadn't set them yet, but at guard, sophomore number 0, Cole Christensen. At guard, senior number 10, Dane Brecky. At guard, sophomore number 14, Brandon Holm. At guard, senior number 22, Hendrix Mormon. And at center, as mentioned, senior number 54, Landon Myers. For your Blue Jays, a little bit of a change up tonight. So at shooting guard, senior number 3, Blake Sollers. At guard, senior number 11, Cooper Goodwin. At guard, freshman number 12, Grady Edwards. At forward, junior number 15, Drake Falscraft. And at forward, senior number 22, Jasper Wilson. Blue Jays are led in scoring by Drake Falscraft, averaging 13 points a game, along with almost 16 rebounds a game. He'll be matched up with Landon Myers, as you mentioned, who's averaging just under 15 points a game and just over 13 rebounds a game. So similar stat lines between the two. Similar, 5 games for the Doors, 4 for the Jays. So a really interesting matchup, as we've seen. We've seen different types of teams. The Winterset had a few attacking Drake all the time, and he ended up with 26 rebounds. ADM had 6'5" guys coming out the wazoo, and so they, rebounds were a little harder to come by, but he still ended up with like 12 of them. So we'll see what this matchup with a little more one-on-one direct there. Myers definitely, I think, has a size advantage, maybe not a height advantage, but a size advantage on Drake. So we'll see how that goes.
Sure.
Did the national anthem before the girls' game, so we won't have it again before the boys' game.
An abbreviated version of the national anthem at that.
What we lacked in length, we made up for in decibels.
Very patriotic. The louder, the more patriotic.
The louder, the better. Well, if it's too loud, you're too old. So they used to say, until you got old. Myers preparing to jump. Falscraft will match up with him. Edwards getting his first start for the Jays.
I think you had the starting lineup nailed for Boone also.
Theirs was pretty projected. They've started the same guys every game. So even though they hadn't told me what it was or told their scorekeeper, I felt good about that being it.
This is a typical Boone 2-3 zone defense. They're going to try to slow down the game and limit the possessions.
And they're going to get number 22, Mormon, on that foul. Drake had a good step through. I think Myers got a tip on it, but the off defender committed a foul. Falscraft will go to the line for 2. Leaves the first one short. I did not get the upgraded stats from the last game where he hit a few more of his free throws.
So we're not even going to mention a percentage.
We're not, because it's not right, though. He got a lane violation as he left the second one short as well.
That still counts as a miss.
It does still count as a miss. That's good note. Myers all the way in the backcourt, working with the press. Falscraft going to pick him up.
I don't think the shot clock started there.
Yeah. Or they're really fast because there's still 35 on the shot clock. I blame Chris.
he's not here, so
exactly.
It's easy to blame him.
Well, it must be his fault then. Jermelin takes a night off, and yeah.
Yeah. Hope he's listening. I'm sure he's not.
No, but hopefully somebody texts him to say he messed up. Doors getting a wee. Myers works underneath, and he's going to get called for a travel as he shuffled his feet. Good defense there from Drake. Well, some help defense as well, and good start on the defensive side.
Absolutely. There was a walk there, and Blue Jays came out man-to-man to counter this Boone 2-3 zone.
Sollers to Edwards. Edwards into Falsgraf. Falsgraf. Goodwin. Wilson. Edwards now in the paint. Tried to feed it across Falsgraf. Not able to get it there.
Blue Jays not shooting a great three-point percentage, especially over this last two-game period of time, and they're going to have to knock a 3 or 2 down here tonight to soften that zone.
Christensen with the ball, trying to use that Myers screen now out top to Mormon. Brecky in the corner, three-pointer is no good, and I think that's off Drake. It is. Christensen's shot was no good, but they will maintain the ball and get a shot clock reset. Brecky able to get the ball from the inbound pass. Wilson on him. Into Myers. Myers isolated with Falsgraf. Falsgraf stands his ground and able to deflect the missed shot over to Goodwin. Sollers with it, Falsgraf looking for a pass out. Goodwin now into Edwards. Edwards with the 2-point, no good. Jasper Wilson rebound, put back just short. And Myers able to rebound that one over top of Falsgraf. He has a little bit of a length advantage as well, it seems. Shot, floater, no good. Falsgraf with the good box out that time. Sollers dumps it off to Edwards. Edwards misses the layup. Myers with the rebound. I think he got through the lane a little too quickly that one. Wasn't expecting that. Christensen picks up his dribble out to Mormon. Oh.
Moving screen there.
So that one's going to be on Mormon. His second.
Frustrated by that, but definitely chipped the defender.
Edwards with the ball. Goodwin now into Falsgraf. Falsgraf gets collapsed down on, kicks it out. Sollers. Sollers drives in the lane. 2-pointer off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound. Good follow through. Jasper Wilson pull up 2. Good. Just a little splash there.
Yep. Jasper showing off that mid-range like he did Tuesday night. That will come in handy here tonight, especially around that free throw line. If the ball goes from the corner to the wing into that high post area, there will be some opportunities there for Jasper to get a few more clean looks there.
Three-pointer up and good.
Holm with the first field goal for the Toreadors.
Falsgraf with the ball, tipped out. Goodwin drive to Edwards. Edwards stepped through, had it knocked away. Holm with the ball, ahead to Christensen. Holm for 3 off the rim and in. Brandon Holm feeling the long range. Goodwin brings it up court over to Sollers. Falsgraf, step, drive, left hand up, gets the lay-in.
Nice.
Good aggressive take. Home for three again. This time he misses. Jasper Wilson gets the rebound. Goodwin with the ball. To Sahlers in the corner. Jasper pull up two. Blocked by Myers. Christensen. Mormon now to the other side to Holm. Christensen calling for the screen. Wilson, good job staying in front on defense there. Mormon in the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Meyer with the ball, passed out into the corner all the way to Holm. Holm, 2 on the clock, 1, and that's going to be a shot clock violation, and if it wasn't, it was close to a travel,
yeah.
So good deed, Blue Jays. Owen Werner going to check in for the Jays. Edwards going to take a seat. Goodwin, double team, Falsgraf to Werner. Owen Werner for three. It's good. Quick points off the bench for Owen. Myers sets a screen. Still setting a screen. Mormon with the ball. Good rotation there from the Jays that time. Holm, though, for 3-point. No good. Falsgraf, good strong positioning on the rebound again. Goodwin crosses over. Wilson at the free throw line. Jasper off the front of the rim. Myers with the rebound. Christensen trying to work around Myers' screen. Good D there by Blake Sahlers working around the big man. Holm now with Werner on him. And passes it out of bounds. Ooh, I don't know how. I'm going to just disagree with that call because he passed it right out of bounds. A.J. Kurtz checking in for the Jays. Goodwin going to get a break for the Doors. You're going to have Holm and Brecky going to the bench. Ryan Bowers into the game with the ball. Into Myers. Myers. You're going to get a blocking fall on Falsgraf. I don't know.
No.
I don't know what he's supposed to do there.
Oh, goodness gracious. You don't have to call the charge there, but it's not a block.
It's not a blocking foul. Great replay here from the Jays if you want or Blue Jay Digital if you want the replay. But so Falsgraf gets a bad foul there. Myers gets his first point because of it. Coach Evans is doing a little chewing right now on the official's ear. Braxton Gifford checking into the game. Abel Tungsvik also in the game for the Doors. Myers' second free throw. No good. Falsgraf gets the rebound. Wilson to Falsgraf. Oop. Werner's pass splits the Blue Jays. Sahlers going to do the one-man press. Now Werner showing up on Tungsvik. Tungsvik, a freshman out there.
Another moving screen that didn't get called. On that dribble handoff, it's just so easy to do.
Doors still with the ball, spinning in the paint, shot up and does not get the roll. Falsgraf tips it, goes and chases it down.
Greg's doing a great job on the boards in this early going of this game.
Sahlers dumps it off Falsgraf. Falsgraf is fouled by Myers, his first. Good pass by Blake Sahlers, dropping it in there to Drake, and Drake attacked quickly. Go to the line for two. He's just a little short on this. Grady checking in for Drake? Rebound Bowers. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Tungzovic with it. Cross court, Christensen. Gifford back to Tungzovic. Christensen. Around Myers' screen. 8 seconds on the shot clock now. Jasper Wilson rips that one away, and that should be a foul on Christensen. A dangerous just grab of the arm as Jasper was flying by. Edwards going to get into the game for the 4.4 seconds left. Kurtz to the bench.
Boone's going to extend that zone a little bit.
Werner, pump fake shot, three, gonna be off the rim, no good, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter with a 7-7 ball game.
Kind of similar to what we saw in the girls' game, just not any rhythm either team can get into offensively. Really strong half-court defense by the Blue Jays, led by Drake Falsgraff's rebounding, just cleaning up all the misses. Really, really strong in there, going up against the 6'7" Myers. And on the other end, Blue Jays just have not solved that Boone 2-3 zone yet. They kind of have a couple of different looks out of it. They'll extend it, they'll pack it in, and just gotta kind of keep scratching where it itches, I guess.
And I imagine our coaches are probably making some commentary to the officials about those moving screens, trying to request the call respectfully at this point. Yes. Because, I mean, it's there, and I think you could probably call moving screens almost all the time, but there's different levels to it for sure. As we get ready to start this second quarter, the Doors have their starting lineup out there. The Blue Jays, almost their starting lineup. Wilson, Goodwin, Werner, Edwards, and Falsgraff. So sub in Werner for Sollers on that starting lineup list. Brecky drops it off to Holm. Holm, spin move, left-hand shot, no good. Edwards gets the rebound. Goodwin with the ball to Werner, Werner to Edwards, to Wilson underneath. Falsgraff now. Step through, right hand up, no good, loose ball. Brecky able to step in to get that.
Just a lot of bodies surrounding you in that paint when you catch the ball.
Edwards, good job recovering on that one. Good contest by the freshman. Falsgraff with another rebound. Falsgraff up at the top. Goodwin now with the ball. Goes baseline. Tries to dump it into Edwards a little high. Saves it behind his back to Myers. Doors have the ball. Christensen. Long three-pointer off the front of the rim. No good. Owen Werner takes the rebound that time. Werner going to hand it off to Goodwin. Back to Werner. Falsgraff at the free throw line. Pull up, two. Off the rim, no good. Jasper Wilson there for the rebound. 2-point putback. Also no good. Myers gets that one. No problem with the quick putback attempt.
No. Good shots out of both of those guys. Just got to start knocking those things down.
I'm liking the way Edwards is working, getting around those screens. Ends up with a loose ball picked off. Werner now through the lane, left-hand finish up, just not there. And they're going to get Myers on that foul, and he's flabbergasted by that. And
that's going to be his second.
It is. There wasn't a lot of contact there, considering how much activity there's been on some of the other times in the paint. First one, did somebody raise the hoop?
I think so.
Everybody's just a little short on that side.
Well, it's youth basketball night, so maybe they lowered them.
That wouldn't make sense.
They're lower, higher, I don't know.
Hey, Werner hits the second. All right. Home with the ball. Brecky. Christensen. Mormon trying to feed Myers. Myers with a good catch. And the bucket. I think that's going to be on Jasper. Nope. Call that on Werner. Okay. Good catch by Myers. He had some defensive help on the backside, but the pass was there. Myers hits the free throw. And he is going to get subbed out. We're going to get Austin Mock into the game. Be interesting to see if the Blue Jays counter to get Falsgraf a break, or if he doesn't come off the court a lot, and I'm not sure he's going to now either.
It's time to get the ball to him.
Jasper right by the hoop gets the good bucket off of the screen coming across.
Just screened the middle of the zone there, and a new player in the game didn't know what hit him. So good call out of the timeout from Coach Evans.
Blocked by Owen Werner. Goodwin now going to push the pace off the block. Gets around the defender, gets his man up in the air and finishes. Cooper Goodwin with the bucket. Good D from Werner on one end, and then Goodwin did a great job pushing the pace. Double team on home there to Christensen. Mormon for a long three-pointer off the rim. No good. Falsgraf with a rebound, and they're going to get a foul on the rebound. Watch this replay here. Goodwin, great job.
Nice job. We're going to come back with Myers into the game, and I think I know where I'd be going with the basketball. I think you set something up for Drake, you run that again. Myers is either going to play not to foul, or you can get a third foul on him here.
Goodwin out to Werner. Werner, three-point shot, no good. Falsgraf with the rebound, put back, left-hand finish.
Nice agility there from Drake Falsgraf.
And just a good read on the shot to be able to come up underneath with the rebound. Home, cross court, Brecky to Mormon in the corner. Mormon shot is good for three.
Mormon, the team's second leading scorer, averaging just a little over 10.
Oh, Werner thought he was dropping it off to Falsgraf, but Mormon was there. Christensen over to Holm, three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Werner with the rebound. Falsgraf back to Werner. Werner to Wilson. Wilson out top. Goodwin for three off the front of the rim. No good. Front of the net. Ooh. Wilson goes flying and almost takes out Braden Collins of the Blue Jay Digital.
You would think Jasper would have more respect for Blue Jay Digital hardware there.
You know, he's just trying to make sure everybody's aware of the risks of recording live videos here.
That's true, too. Yep.
Wilson gets the tip. Christensen able to get the ball. Mormon in the corner now. Drives, cross home, underneath the hoop, throws it up, no good. Falsgraf going to get that rebound.
Guys, he's a rebounding machine.
It's like playing basketball with your older brother, and he's just holding the ball up there. Myers gets the block. The save attempt from Mormon. He's going to be on the line, out of bounds, staying with the Jays.
You know, a couple different Blue Jay players have gotten into that lane area. They need to show Myers something more than just throwing the ball at the basket. A shot fake, get him up in the air, draw the contact, just play slower, more deliberate.
He's a big body, and use that to his disadvantage because you probably cut back and forth faster than he does. You're not going to just shoot right through him. He's got height on everybody.
Just see what a shot fake will do for you. See where it might get you.
Speaking of seeing what it might do for you, let's shout out our sponsor, Brickhouse Fitness. They've been sponsoring all of our basketball broadcasts this year. And, if you are looking for a little bit of a change as you go into the holiday season, need to get a little workout in, you want to get stronger or cardio, whatever it may be, it's a good option for you. Or if you're sitting here watching basketball like, I wish I was still playing basketball. They have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning pickup games at 5 a.m. if you are looking for that opportunity, or you're getting to that age where you can't sleep through the night, and so 5 a.m. you're up anyway. $5 drop-ins, I think, if you just want to use the gym for the basketball side, or $10, I think you can drop in for the whole facility.
Nice options. Let's see if 15 can get a touch here.
Sahlers feeds Falsgraf low, and going to be a foul on. There are 3 guys around him. We'll pick a number. They're going to go Christensen, his second. Sahlers will inbound this one. Up high to Goodwin. Goodwin over to Wilson. Jasper brings it back out top. Goodwin drive, pump fake. Falsgraf for 3. In and out. Myers there for the rebound. Moorman with the ball for the Doors. Brecky to Christensen on the other side, coming around that Myers screen. Holm drives, has it stripped by Owen Werner. Sahlers with the ball. Sahlers going to go coast to coast. No good. They're going to say Doors ball off Wilson. Bowers checking in for the Toreadors. Holm tries to feed Myers. I think it was off Werner's foot. Might have been a kick. I don't know. They called it out of bounds. Myers now at the three-point line. Holm back over to Moorman. Good flash there. Shot up and good for Moorman. And the Doors take the lead, 16-14.
Moorman and Holm each with 2 3-pointers, and they only have one other field goal, and that's from Myers. But
Falsgraf feeds Jasper under the hoop with the foul that wasn't called. Got displaced. I figured it was coming.
Looked a little bit like he did.
Bowers to Moorman. Myers coming out to set that screen. Good help from Falsgraf, and then gets back down there. Moorman dumps it off Holm. Holm drive. Contested by Falsgraf. Falsgraf gets the rebound. Wilson in the paint. 2. No, just short. Gets his own rebound. Goes up with a little bit of fade. No good that time either.
Good shot fake. Just slow down. Slow down, Jasper.
Christensen pull up 3 off the rim. No good. Werner going to get that rebound.
Werner says, Drake, I'm not going to let you have all of those.
Falsgraf drive. Left hand blocked by Myers.
And a carry.
And they are going to call the carry. Okay. That was a good drive by Drake. Myers just able to get good defense on it. Moorman's going to go to the bench. Tungzovic going to come in for the Toreadors. Edwards with the ball to Sahlers. Edwards checked in for Goodwin. Werner to Falsgraf. Falsgraf out to Sahlers. Sahlers for 3. In and out. Loose ball. Myers able to control it. Shot clock and game clock are about the same.
Yep.
So Doors are going to hold for 1. Werner had other ideas. He steals it and is fouled on his way in. Will go to the line for 2. The Doors bench wasn't happy about the call, but it seemed pretty obvious.
I think maybe they thought there was a foul on the steal. Maybe they wanted that call, and then this one went against them. So
So Werner to the line for 2. First one up is good. AJ Kurtz going to check in for Edwards. And Brecky going to check in for Bowers. 21 seconds on the clock. Werner's off the front with that one. Mormon able to get the rebound. 15 seconds. Christensen hands it off. Now Mormon calling for Myers' screen. Brecky comes around the screen and has Falsgraf on him. Kick out. Three-pointer at the buzzer from Christensen. Going to be no good, and that's going to take us to halftime. Blue Jays leading 17-16. We'll be back in 10 minutes with second half action. Go Jays! All right, welcome back to second half action in Game 2 of Mega Night. Take this opportunity to shout out not just our pep band, it's an alumni pep band tonight, so they got some oldies but goodies back to hang out with them, so fun times, all dressed up in their Santa hats. Also, take this opportunity to shout out the Bluejay digital team working with Mr. Seidel tonight. Emmy Birkenes, the committed one up here, running hero cam and then main cam. Everybody else is shuffling around. Braden Collins down there on the baseline, Nolan Boss, and we had another one. I'm not sure if she's still down there. Avery Parks was doing stills as well. Reese Russell just kind of roaming around. At one point he was doing a top camera. Now he's doing something down low. And then Afton Morton was here earlier for one of the main cameras. So Bluejay Digital crew, the best high school broadcast crew in the land. No reason to second guess that because we know it's true. Bluejays coming out with the ball. Goodwin, Saulers, Werner, Wilson, Falsgraf to start. Pass into Wilson. Wilson able to bring it back out. Hits Werner on the cut with the bucket.
I think Coach Evans probably talked about how are we going to crack the code of that 2-3 zone. I think attacking that painted area, off the dribble, cutting. Good cut there from Werner.
And just attacking from the backside before Myers can make that move to help. Christensen in the corner. Thought he would try to feed Myers, isolated on Falsgraf, but actually kicked it back out top to Holm. Holm drives, layup, no good. Wilson takes it away from Falsgraf on the rebound. Saulers kick out, Werner for three, good! Maybe somebody challenged Owen at half because he's coming out looking to score right now. And Boone going to get a quick timeout.
Having a son who's played for Coach Evans, I know that there was a time or two when he was challenged and looked like he came out of the locker room a little bit of a different player at times. So, no, good start for Owen Werner, getting his team going. And, in a close game like this, a 6-point lead can really, truly be more like a 10 or a 12-point lead. Nothing a couple of three-pointers can erase, but at the pace this game is being played and it's fewer possessions, that's a nice little cushion to get, and hopefully you can build on.
We'll see it. We've had different defenses from the Blue Jays, but it looks like maybe we'll think about more of that press. Or I shouldn't say we'll see it. I'm thinking we might see more of the press, which the Blue Jays have done some damage this year with.
Yeah, and I think just more tempo. Boone really wants to slow it down and make it a half-court game, limit possessions. The Blue Jays want to get multiple, as many possessions as they can to get to their liking.
Jasper Wilson with the block after getting around the screen. Werner able to secure the rebound. Had the Goodwin. Back to Werner. Werner step through, dump off. Falsgraf. Turnaround right, no good. Myers able to get the rebound. Brecky working on Wilson. Dump off pass. Tried to feed Myers going away from the hoop, but Myers not able to get all the way out there. Not sure it was necessarily the spot you wanted to feed him anyway, underneath the baseline, running away from the hoop.
And not really what Boone's about. They want to work those possessions.
And Wilson feeds Falsgraf. Falsgraf goes up and Christensen fouls him.
Yeah, and good recognition. They pulled Myers out away from underneath the basket. Drake with the cut down the lane and a good pass in. Earned himself a shot to get his first 2 made free throws of the night.
Third foul on Christensen. Gets the roll that time. He likes this side better.
Looks like he's scolding himself under his breath a little bit there, too.
For still hitting the rim. Hits them both.
Back iron there.
That's the point forward we're looking for. Myers coming back into the press again. Ahead to Brecky.
It's not any type of zone pressure, just a full court man-to-man press, just to try to get that tempo picked up a little bit.
3-point is good from Christensen. can't sag off that too much because they've been hitting the three-pointers at a way better clip than they have all year. Oh, and Werner for three off the front of the rim, no good. Home rebound. Brecky now drives around Myers and just kind of throws it back to Christensen. Oh, Brecky's limping. I don't know if he landed funny on that, but home into Meyer. Meyer, two-pointer off the rim, no good. Wilson rebound. Look out here for Werner because his opponent wasn't feeling very good. Sollers drives, gets the shot up, goes down hard, is fouled. Myers, good sportsmanship helping him back up, but is going to be Myers' third foul. And if they can find a way to get him in even further into foul trouble, this is a very different game.
Yeah, it is. He really, really does protect that lane area.
And they're going to get Brecky out. He's actually, I think whatever it was, he's cleaned up a little bit, or he's running okay again. Gifford going to check in for him, though. Soller's second free throw coming. Hits that one. His first point of the game. Myers again at the back of the press. Christensen with the ball. Home now. Werner right up in him. And Werner deflects it out of bounds, preventing the entry pass to Myers. Now Holm gets it into Myers. Double team. Finds the cutter, Gifford. Gifford able to finish. I'm not sure Pfalzgraff needs that double team when they're that far away, though. I'm not sure if you want the help. Goodwin chases that one down. Back to Wilson. I don't know. What do you think, Coach? You still double teaming from that distance?
Well,
Sollers for three.
Good to see Blake Sollers hit that shot. I like to see Drake underneath the basket rebounding the ball. That's kind of what I like to see. And but if that's in the scheme of what you're trying to do, and I think Boone's going to take a timeout, they are all kinds of out of sorts right now, and just the body language with a couple of their players going to the bench, not great.
A couple basketball players from recent years coming back to visit. We got Ryder Miller and Boone Albright walking down the stairs right now. I know we saw Cam Barnett come up and talk to us earlier. Jackson Freed's in the house. Probably a few more. We also celebrated our youth basketball 10,000 shot club and the ball handling club, which I feel like that's a newer one. Saw some exciting names over there, and a young Miss Seidel getting her name announced as well.
Yeah, my buddy Ian Roby, whose mom works in the district office alongside my crew there. Saw him down there. Good to see that. Going to congratulate him on his hard work.
I know I witnessed a few of Max Strucker's practice attempts as well, so good job out of these guys.
The Tisdale girls, we can't forget about them. There was a whole bunch of them down there, but don't want to. Probably shouldn't say any more names because I don't want to leave.
Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble.
I am.
Blue Jays coming out of that timeout. Werner with the ball. Wilson at the free throw line. I think was blocked, but Pfalzgraff gets it, goes up strong, gets the bucket, and is fouled. A foul is on Mormon, which is going to be his third. Yeah, I think Myers got the block, but Pfalzgraff looking like Dennis Rodman just reading shots out there.
And then just a strong finish.
It might just be that he's been around enough people to airball their shots. I'm not saying that he's been playing basketball with his dad, but well, his dad does sometimes shoot from farther away than he should.
Yeah.
So maybe Drake's getting those reads from from that. Oh, I thought Werner was going to get that one. Gifford for three, off the rim, gets his own rebound, out to Moorman. Moorman drives, and they're going to get Goodwin on the foul. Thought maybe he was in decent position, but I definitely wasn't on that side of it. The official would have had a way better angle than me on this one. So Moorman will go to the line for two. Misses his first. Edwards going to check in for Werner. Second free throw coming from Moorman. Makes the second. 1 for 2 at the line. Goodwin brings it up court over to Sahlers. Sahlers drives through the lane, out to Goodwin. Goodwin attacked the basket, but got stuck in the middle. Kicks it out, Sahlers. Still 20 seconds on the shot clock, but now they're going to feed that one ahead to Tungzovic. Tungzovic traveled, but they didn't call it.
Boy, did he.
And gets 2 points. That was a fairly egregious one. Edwards to Falsgraf. Falsgraf over to Sahlers. Blake Sahlers for three. No good. Goodwin with the rebound off the tip. Edwards into Falsgraf. Finds Sahlers. Cutnall leaves it just short. Good cut. Just got to get the execution next one.
Yep.
Tungzovic with it. It's a little freshman on freshman action there with Edwards and Tungzovic. Loose ball. Falsgraf ends up with it. Goodwin now pushing ahead. Finds himself in the lane. Floats it up there. No good on the roll. Ooh. And that one was off Myers. They didn't see it, and I understand why. But Nolan Boss down there taking stills. He saw it 100% and has no doubt who that was off of. But his camera's down, so he doesn't have a picture of it. Slacker. Gifford with the ball. Out to Myers. And they're going to get Kurtz on that one, and he's like, me? Oh, you hit the ball, guy. Now, most people also are 100% confident they've never committed a foul. So
yeah,
AJ is probably not any different on that one.
Haven't seen a reaction out of him like that. So
no, that's fair, true. Myers trying to work down. Gets the right hand hook. Uses the bottom of the rim to finish.
A lot of length there needed to get that shot over Drake Falsgraf.
Kurtz with the ball. Jasper.
I like the shot fake you showed there.
And they're going to get Myers, and he's going to feel very bad about that one because he was pretty vertical, but.
Yeah, but I think he did come down across the forearm.
Yep.
But Boone had fallen behind by 10, had cut it back to 5, and you wonder if this is going to be another little momentum swing here potentially.
Warner going to check in. Goodwin going to go to the bench. Falsgraf going back for another one. And Wilson gets the rebound, and they're going to get a jump ball.
Pointing to Boone.
Myers with it to Gifford. Gifford brings it across. Christensen has Kurtz on him.
It's interesting they use Myers against that press to kind of throw over the top, and he's probably one of their better ball handlers.
Oh, they're going to get Falsgraf on the swing on that one. You think Edwards?
Grady, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On the body there.
I just saw the big swing and thought that's what they were going to give. Tungzovic to the line for two. First foul on Edwards. Tungzvik gets the shooter's touch. Bauer's going to check in. Meyer's going to go to the bench, potentially for this last minute to avoid getting a 5th foul in the 3rd quarter. Tungzvik going to get that one as well. 4 points for him. A minute on the clock. Not a lot of height out there for the Doors right now. I think you got to find a way to get Falsgraf in there. Instead, pass is tipped away. Tungzvik with it. It's probably one of the first freshman type mistakes we've seen of the night from him. Into a jump ball. Pick your Blue Jay on who tied that one up, because there was 3 of them there.
And the shot clock will be shut off with 34.8.
Soller's going to check in. Edwards going to go to the bench. Wilson, Sollers, Kurtz, Werner, and Falsgraf on the court for the Blue Jays. And they double team Sollers, but he steps right out of it. Over to Werner, back to Sollers.
Coach Evans is directing traffic there for what he wants for the last shot.
Werner now out top, over to Sollers. Now Falsgraf coming around the screen. And they're going to get the foul.
And that's going to be their 5th, so that's going to send us into the double bonus.
Tried setting up a late cross screen for Falsgraf to come get one.
Boy, I did not hear a whistle there.
It was very faint. I only heard it because people stopped playing. Falsgraf just not feeling it from the line tonight.
Yeah, he's struggling out there. I guarantee you he will find his way into a gym tomorrow to shoot free throws. He's just way too good of a shooter to be struggling like that. Sometimes it just gets in your head a little bit. You've got to work your way out of it.
Tungzvik gets the loose ball. Ahead, Bowers. Bowers up and no good at the buzzer, and the Blue Jays lead 31-28 after 3.
Yeah, and they had Boone scored the last 7 points of that quarter after the Jays had taken that 10-point lead, 31-21. So kind of had that opportunity to maybe create a little distance and not necessarily ice this thing away, but give yourself a little more breathing room. And we'll see what happens here in the 4th.
Yep.
Bondurant Furrow Athletic Booster Club is supported in part by generous donations from these local businesses. At the MVP level, A&N Electric and Controls Incorporation, Parks Custom Homes, Plaza RV, Kimball and Beecher Family Dentistry, and Bondurant Men's Club. At the champion level, Densmore Insurance. All-star business sponsors are RNS Painting, Photos by Ben, Bondurant Lions Club, Planet Fitness, and the Bondurant Animal Clinic. And finally, partners of the Booster Club include Twist Soda Shop, Kona Ice, Style by Desiree Salon and Boutique, Garrett Burkett, Agent, American Family Insurance. Thank you for your support of Blue Jay Athletics.
All right, as we're ready for 4th quarter action here in a close ball game. Let's see what who can finish this thing strong. Be done just about the time. Halftime's over of the college football playoff game, and everybody can go home and finish up their night there too.
That'll be nice.
Christensen, float, gets the roll. That was a little too easy coming out of break. Werner to Sollers. Sollers with the ball. Kurtz back to Sollers. Out top, Werner. Werner is going to get travel call there as he got a little stutter step to start with.
Yeah, right now is when somebody in a white jersey needs to just take control of this thing a little bit, get his teammates rallied. I don't know if that's a senior like Jasper Wilson, who's got some of the veteran experience, Drake Falsgraf, one of those guys. Somebody out there in a white jersey needs to.
I kind of feel like it needs to be Werner. He's the guy with the ability and maybe the the need to prove that he's got it too. Saw him come off the bench today, and I think you just kind of, you got to show that, hey, no matter what's going on, I'm here and I'm part of this, and I'll do what I need to do.
Yep.
Falsgraf at the free throw line, back out. Oh, and Werner for three, just what I asked for.
It's what the doctor ordered.
You saw him setting that up even before he was talking to Blake and saying, hey, this is where we're going to go. And then he reaches in, almost knocks it away from Myers. Myers still there, not getting the roll that time, and I think the Toreador were fouled by another Toreador. Myers shot up and no good that time also. We're going to get a jump. No. What are we?
We're going to get a foul on Jasper Wilson. Just got a little bit of arm there, I think.
That's his first foul, so I'll take it for that reason, but also just a hustle play. He was going after it. You're going to get those. Myers looking to back down Falsgraf. Gets all the way to the right side. Off the backboard, no good. Wilson saves it. Good defense there by the Jays. Good hustle on the rebound. And then they're going to get a foul on the baseline there. Number 10, Brecky. I think that's his second. They only have him for one on the board, though, so. Goodwin into the game. Kurtz to the bench. Goodwin out top to Sollers. Over to Werner. Werner drive, step in, right, layup, good. Owen Werner have a half. He's got 10 points in the half, 15 for the game. Christensen with the ball, coming around that Myers screen. Sollers staying with him, throws up a left floater. I have no idea how that went.
That's a horse shot right there.
When he let go of that, I thought it had just as good a chance of going over the backboard.
Or out of the gym.
Jasper Wilson pull up two. No good. Mormon with the rebound. Christensen, long three, off the front of the rim, no good. Brecky able to chase it down. Knocked away by Sollers. Sollers, home, everybody's on the ground. Werner able to chase down the loose ball. There's two Toreadors down, and Bluejays have to convert here. Sollers for three, off the front of the rim, no good.
Got in the way. Oh.
You don't see the official cut off the player very often.
He needs to be below the baseline, and Coach Evans is
unhappy,
just beside himself about that. It's like there's a sixth defender out there.
I don't think I've ever seen an official try to block a shot before.
Whew. It's a tough enough night to score, right?
Owen Werner for a long three, no good. Tipped out by Wilson.
Good job by Jasper there. Keep that possession alive. Get a fresh 35.
Werner now drive, right float, no good. Gifford gets the rebound. They're going to call Goodwin on a foul. People everywhere are beside themselves on that one.
Yeah.
Sounding like an Iowa State game.
It did. The IS Boo Birds are out.
Sorry, kind of. Christensen with the ball. Into Myers. Myers pump fake, turn, trying to go baseline. Falsgraf cuts him off, and then Soller's going to get called for the foul.
Yeah, I like the double team. It came a little late and a little too aggressively.
Second foul on Sollers. Third in the quarter, though, for the Jays. That's something to keep an eye on. Toreadors have done pretty good from the free throw line, shooting only 57% on the season, but better tonight than that. Myers looking to back down Falsgraf now, and they just let Falsgraf get thrown to the ground. And saying it stays with the doors. At least they didn't call a foul on Drake that time. Christensen with the ball. He's lined up a couple from out there, but looking to drive this time. Gets the left hand again, but not able to convert. Falsgraf with the rebound. His first rebound of the half, actually. And Blue Jays are going to take a timeout at the 4-minute mark. Reminder, we will have 2 post-game awards, our Brick House Fitness Protect This House Player of the Game, as well as the Vision Bank Player of the Game. If you are just tuning in earlier tonight, Libby Weston was the Brick House Fitness Protect This House Player of the Game, and Kaylee Hansen was your Vision Bank Player of the Game as the girls went to victory 49-26.
I think we had Libby for 42 deflected passes.
We don't keep that stat, but it's probably close.
Maybe an exaggeration, but really nice defensive game along with several other of her teammates.
I'd say Libby Weston had go-go gadget arms, but I don't even think kids know who Detective Inspector Gadget is anymore.
Yeah.
He'll come back.
They all do. Let's see if the Blue Jays can get a couple of possessions here, kind of deliver that knockout punch.
Falsgraf, backdoor Wilson, blocked by Mormon. To Holm. Holm had a couple three-pointers early, gets a 2 there. His first points of the half. We're at a 2-point ball game. Warner back to Goodwin. Sollers on the other side. Back to Sollers. Falsgraf looking to drive. Goes backside with the right-hand layup and the bucket, and he is excited.
Good to see a little emotion out of the big fella. Nice reverse. Kept him away from Myers. And the foul was on Gifford.
We'll have a replay here. Go ahead and enjoy that as Falsgraf uses the rim to protect. And just a good finish there on the backside. He'll go to the line trying for the old-fashioned three-point play. Off the rim. Thought maybe the extra excitement would give him a little extra in the home for 3. That one's going to be no good, and Wilson is fouled by Gifford. That's going to be a second quick one on Gifford.
Both teams with 3 team fouls, so 1 to give yet before they're in that 2-shot bonus.
Blue Jays will look for a little bit of ball control here, but not too much as you need to keep scoring. Falsgraf to Warner. Warner with the offhand. Nice.
Yeah, Warner showing some good athleticism to elevate and get up there above the outstretched hands of Myers.
You haven't seen Myers jump for very many of those to defend it. He stays pretty flat-footed, stays parallel. So if you can get above his reach, you can finish up there, and that was what Warner was able to do. Falsgraf, good defense. Meyer able to get the rebound, put back no good, and loose ball. They're going to say Blue Jay ball. I do agree. I was skeptical that that's what they were going to call, but I do believe that's the right call.
Now you can work your possessions down a little bit. Now you don't have to look to score early. They're going to try to extend that 2-3 zone. That should leave somebody open under the basket.
Warner with the ball out top. Little helter-skelter there for a minute. Blue Jays able to slow it down now. Wilson at the free throw line. 2-pointer off the rim. No good. Mormon rebound.
That's a little earlier than Coach Evans wanted. You know, you can almost take a shot clock violation over shooting too early when you have that 2-possession lead inside of a couple minutes.
And it was a little bit of a fade there from Jasper, which most of the time he doesn't do. Christensen has it swatted away by Werner. Able to retain the ball out top. Mormon has Goodwin on him, closing up tight. Mormon drive, right shot up, and no good. Wilson with the tip and the rebound. Werner gets it across, and they're going to get a Blue Jay timeout as we hit the 3 after the timeout. Minute 9 on the clock. Blue Jays up by 6. Coach Albright having a quick talk, trying to calm everybody down while drawing up a play, it looks like. Or he was just holding the clipboard while he was waiting for Coach Evans to make a decision over there. I'm not going to pretend I know whose role is what over there on the bench.
Sometimes in the heat of battle, everybody forgets whose role is what role. Many moons ago, when I coached, I had the greatest staff: Eric Sanney, Steve Neville, Joe Ridgway, and there were times when things just got chaotic. We'll just leave it at that.
Eric Sanney would never be chaotic.
Well,
I don't believe that.
You know, I had Sanney was the motivator. I had Ridgway telling me constantly we need to go fast. I had Neville telling me constantly we needed to slow down. It was good synergy all the way around.
So minute 9 as we get back into game action here. Blue Jay ball. Possession error also to the Blue Jays. Goodwin goes backcourt. Gets it across again. Falsgraf out top at the 3-point line.
Boone's in a man-to-man now, so they've come out of that 2-3 zone.
Werner gonna drive. Nice move by Owen Werner. This is the half we needed out of him.
Yep, absolutely. And we said we needed somebody to step up, and Owen Werner's been that guy.
That ball came off so fast that it ended up right in Meyer's hands because he was basically caught it just standing there. We're going to have a foul on Gifford. Good replay here from Owen Werner coming into your house. He's not literally coming into your house, just so everybody knows.
If you had a really big screen, though, it might feel like he is. They're going to give that 5th foul and send him to the line, try to extend this game. 35.5 left.
Early in the season, it's hard to say a whole lot about anybody's free throw percentages or anything like that, but Werner, the way he's taken over this half, I feel like he probably wasn't the guy to send to the line.
Right.
I just imagine he's rolling with a lot of confidence right now.
And the other side of it from Boone is you don't have the time to waste to get it into the hands of the guy you want it to get into, because it may never happen. But yes, you're correct.
Werner hits them both. Christensen brings it across. Sollers defending him. Mormon picks up his dribble out top to Christensen again. Christensen drives, meets a triple team. Sollers rips the ball away, and he's going to get fouled by Christensen, which is his 4th foul. Sollers will go to the line, looking to put this thing into a double-digit ball game.
Blake Sollers has quietly had a really good game, especially on the defensive end. The 3 games that I've seen, this is one of his better games contribution-wise, but just defensively, he's kind of been a pesky defender out there, and see if he can help ice it away from the free throw line.
5 points there. Hits them both just like you're hoping for out of your senior guard. Christensen brings it across, lines up a 3-pointer, no good. And Werner going to beat all of his teammates to the rebound. And as probably seems fitting, Owen Werner going to finish this game with the ball. Blue Jays going to take this one 46-36. And we'll light up the pep band here for a little bit more. as we start talking about some post-game awards. You know, we already talked about Blake a little bit. I'll give you some stats to roll with it while you consider any adjustments or anything else you want to. Leading scorer, I know is surprising, Owen Werner with 21. He also had 5 rebounds. Drake Falsgraf ended up with 11 and 9. Blake Sollers got up to 6 points, all in the second half, along with a couple of rebounds. Jasper Wilson with 6 points all in the first half, but ended up with 8 rebounds, getting 5 of those in the second half. 2 points for Cooper Goodwin, 1 point for A.J. Kurtz. So, Brickhouse Fitness,
Easy.
protect this house player of the game.
Easy.
All right.
Guy that protected the lane all night, had a huge first half rebounding the basketball and held the Boone's leading scorer, Landon Myers, who averages almost 15 a game to 8 on the night. Drake Falsgraf, fantastic night. He protected the house.
You definitely hit me with a curveball because you were just talking about Blake so much. I thought that's for sure where you were going.
Blake's going to get his. It's going to happen for him.
Yeah.
But Drake, the key to beating that Boone team was taking Landon Myers out of the game.
Yep, that's absolutely fair. So your Brickhouse Fitness Protect This House player of the game is Drake Falsgraf, and your Vision Bank player of the game, 21 points. Just hammering the bucket in the second half with 16 there. Owen Werner was the guy who took over when you needed somebody to take over. So Owen Werner going to be your Vision Bank player of the game. Vision Bank, see what we can do for you tonight for the Blue Jays. That's a sweep. And as we go into holiday break, everybody can celebrate a little more excitedly on Friday night victories. That's going to do it for the 2025 season with Blue Jay Digital. So thank you all for being a part of it, tuning in. And go Jays. We'll see you next year.
Go Jays.